basket 35 feet away. Not a smart foul. See if KJ Wyndham can find some success here.
There's Nicholson for the dunk.
Nice. Smallest guy on the floor. Lakai Patterson posting up. Post double comes. And Parker Fox just does a nice job always making himself available around that painted area.
Inside, boy, if they can get points from their big guys, that's... So it was Minnesota scoring the final 6 points of the first half. Now it's Northwestern on a 6-0 run of their own. Martinelli trying to make it 8. Finds Mullins to Nicholson.
Justin Mullins.
Tops in the country, so Northwestern has to weather the early storm.
Fourth nationally, best average in 15 years for the team. Lob it up and slam it home. Nicholson.
Right now is really good to see.
Wyndham can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Oh, watch your head.
Barely comes off the floor usually, even when they're fully healthy, but especially now. The guys that Northwestern has down.
And UCLA being very physical with them.
Shot clock is still on. It's a couple of tenths difference. And Nicholson flies wide open. That play, if you were with us early in the game, it looked like Northwestern committed a shot clock violation. The refs looked at it in the locker room. It actually clipped the rim. So the 2 points should have counted after all. Down to 5 seconds to shoot for Northwestern. Wow, Nicholson with the jam. Clark with 10 to shoot. Clark defended by Wyndham. Wyndham's in trouble with it. And some extra time off the clock and the scramble in the backcourt. Down by 10. No threes for Northwestern in a while. They go 2 with Nicholson.
Ooh.
Looked like it on the replay, too.
I think so. But you know what? That's why they say ball is life.
Look at Nicholson flash to the rim.
Mobley. There's the mismatch right there.
Berry blocks Royal. Ty Berry has gotten his offense going as of late for Northwestern, coming off a knee injury to start the season. In the direction of Nicholson, the lob was tipped, and Nicholson puts it home.
Nicholson goes.
Martinelli likes this matchup against the shorter Quez Glover, but the good help defense by Royal stunts his progress.
Sometimes those little defenders can kind of just get under you and leverage you. That's what Glover did there.
Nicholson drops in over Neckenham. Thornton drops that one in, where teams have been able to overtake Northwestern.
It's been all Thornton and Parrish. Thornton has done it by getting into the paint, using his physicality.
Now, only 3 players have scored for Ohio State. Thornton, Parrish, and Stewart. Nicholson hangs on, dunks it. Talk about bursting your bubble.
Yeah.
Martinelli for 3. Short. Nicholson cleans up the track. And then other than that, basically nothing for Ohio State.
The disappointing thing is that they played really well in that Michigan game. Yeah. That could have went either way. High-level college basketball game. But the hangover here has clearly really affected them.
Wyndham for Nicholson.
Breakdown. On the ball.
Martinelli on the baseline, rattles out. Nicholson keeps it alive. No. Back to Nicholson. Back up and in. Another offense. On the drive, Martinelli lays it up. No good. Tipped in by Nicholson.
He can really score. Now here comes Clayton. In transition, blocked by Biddle. And at the rim, Nicholson's able to... Now Wyndham. He has flipped the switch in the second half for Northwestern. Up top, Nicholson, tough catch, and finish. He snuck it.
Clayton doubled, gets rid of the Nicholson with 2 hands and authority. To Kepnang doubled up. And he tries to find a teammate, Asabor there. And it's picked up by Wyndham. He pushes the pedal across.
Well executed double team. Kepnang not known for his passing. Looked like he caught him off guard.
Nice wrinkle there from Chris Lowry coming out of the break.
Watch out, big man coming through. Matthew Nick
Down, Clayton falls down, Harris knocks it down. He continues his hot streak.
That's his 4th triple tonight. Martinelli and Harris getting tangled up. Here comes Clayton.
He lobs, and the flush on the other end. Matthew Nick.
Barry on the drive. Can't get it to go. Ball still alive. Nicholson back up and in. For one, but I don't feel like they're in any kind of hurry to do that, certainly not with the way the offense has struggled. Here's Nicholson. First 2, actually second.
Trying to figure that one out. Now Northwestern, one of the things Northwestern has gotten into a little bit is too much isolation. To start the first half off, they were getting Barry action. That's great action there. Right? Like, that's the action. No one is a guy. Again, we know he can score the basketball, but really impressed with how aggressive he's been attacking.
Guy was just 31% from the field coming in. Nicholson will try it again. Going back.
Kick it out for open look threes. That time Blackwell kicked it out to Tanjay, just didn't fall.
And Wisconsin's 2-point field goal percentage in the Maryland loss, 16 percentage points below their season average. Looking to get anything going from inside or outside today against Northwestern. Matthew Nicholson.
Stephen Crowell, good job.
He did pull it, Stephen, and it's put back in by Nicholson.
Where Northwestern is currently, but it's going to change. And it would definitely elevate if they could pull this one off this afternoon.
McGee picks up the foul for Wisconsin. Barry throws it up, and Nicholson throws it down. Here's Blackwell with an opening. Carter Gilmore off the rim. Leach has it weak side.
Leach has got to, he's got to force the issue a little bit.
Nicholson with his second alley-oop dunk.
From long range is there to win at Nebraska in terms of nice offensive balance here by Rutgers.
Barnheiser in alone is Nicholson for the 2-hand flush. And it drops. 35 points for Ace Bailey.
We hadn't seen the jump hook. When he pulls the jump hook out, oh man. We're gonna see it.
Oh, what ball movement. That was a thing of... And the exclamation point for the Scarlet Knights. Up 77-68. Barnheiser down to Nicholson, and Nicholson with a flush of his own. Timeout taken by Chris Collins, one of his...
Steal, but you got to make those possessions count on the road.
This is a team in Maryland that is cleaned up in terms of points off of turnovers, too, averaging better than 21 off of turnovers. Back at the alley-oop to Nicholson.
Off the dribble. To me, that's when he gets going, and that just allows him to play with a little bit more freedom and more confidence to shoot his outside shot.
He had 20 against Washington on Thursday on 8 of 13 shooting. Here's Barnheiser popping out, finds Nicholson, and he'll jam it down. Nice look. Now drives. Wants the kick, creates space, short, batted around, inside, off the glass, and in. So it's just amazing to watch that young man compete and what he's going to do in basketball. Leach to the basket, nice handoff, Nicholson.
Yeah, it was 7, Penn State was 6.
And that is 2 fouls on Brooks. Barnheiser as well. So now 3 of the starters for the Wildcats with a pair of fouls. Martinelli with it.
Yeah, good job by Martinelli dealing with the pressure from Puff Johnson. Getting into his spot here.
Martinelli, nice spin there on Hicks and a pass at the very end of it. Penn State to regain the lead.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if they can maintain that momentum off of that last putback.
We have had 8 lead changes so far tonight. Leach gives it up. Matthew Nicholson with it. Now over to Barnheiser. To Nicholson. What a pass it was.
Feed in a lot of traffic.
Leach throws it up. Nicholson taps it back in on the 3rd attempt. No look pass into the corner for Martinelli. Just a little bit long, but Nicholson cleans up the glass. I'm telling you, Hollywood.
L.A. Pratt is in his bag this afternoon, and he never seems flustered. I love his demeanor and how he stays even keeled.
A team-high 16 for Pratt. Set a career-high 24 against in-state rival Boston University at the start of the season.
It's a three-point shooting team this year, but they definitely have players who can knock that shot down. And Al Berry defensively, beautiful save right in front of his coach. Now here comes Barnhizer, lob it up top and hammering it down.
DePaul's bench scores almost half their points. So when they go to their bench, it makes a difference. But so far, it hasn't been a difference maker for them.
It was the 6th DePaul turnover. Martinelli, oh, what an alley-oop, just racking him up. 8 this season, completely new regime, new head coach in Chris Holtman, entirely new roster, bringing things together. Nearly got another steal there. Barry was able to hold on to it.
You can tell that DePaul's picked up their activity on defense.
Absolutely, but right on cue, it's Nicholson. Martinelli got his matchup. Couldn't finish, but the follow-up bid. Barnhizer jumped out on Meyer, opted to take the shorter shot. And Barnhizer with the rebound, and there we go. That's his 10th and 5th straight double-double. Now at the opposite end, it's Nicholson finish. Could be a very important part of the rotation, especially defensively. Speaking of defense, the block from Martinelli. Northwestern might run here. They might have numbers. Barry up to Mullins. Mention the decision-making. They're leading to a dunk again.
Leach with a drive. Nicholson with a follow. Having a sneaky good day for Georgia Tech. He's got 8 points.
Yeah, he's been one of the consistent performers for them, taking advantage of his opportunities once he's gotten them.
Coming up on 7 minutes to go in this one. Martinelli, one of 3 in double figures for Northwestern. Martinelli trying to shake Mutombo, lays it off to Nicholson.
7 to shoot. Barnhizer step back 2. Caught by Nicholson underneath. No, but the tip, yes.
And Nicholson saw that.
They had Bear Cherry setting ball screens, and Mississippi State is a team that's so aggressive in pick and roll coverage that it opened up the entire lane, and Bear was able to get some dunks. Haven't seen him set any pick and rolls yet in this one.
Nicholson off a good feed from Barnhizer. He got.
Can be difficult.
Oh, Nicholson misses both, but Barnhizer's there to rebound. So that's a killer for UNLV to allow them an extra possession. Nicholson gets post position down low and flushes it through.
And Bizjack with the dribble penetration. You turn your head for a split second. That's all McCaffrey needs to get that three-point shot off.
Again, shooting at a career-high 50%. Leach lobs it up. Up top it goes to Nicholson.
On Telford on that possession as well.
And Nicholson came in 5th in the Big Ten in blocks. That's his first tonight. Northwestern trying to trim it back to a possession. Ty Berry floats it up. Nicholson throws it down. Leach steps back. He'll take a 3. Left it short. Nicholson rebounds. Tries to power it up and in with a foul. How about...
Shot clock winding down. Nicholson underneath. No good. Put back. Falls in.
He's found his footing within this lineup right now.
Misses the second. And Barnhizer came away with the rebound for a second. Finally, they can settle it down to the offensive end. But they move quickly. Ball still loose. What can Nicholson do? Posting up. He goes up with the right, and it gets in.
Lead change came in heavyweight fashion there. Creative play doesn't go for Martinelli. Second chance effort from Nicholson.
To me, has to find Brooke Barnhizer.
Montana State hasn't beaten the Big Ten team since January 1st of 1930. That was against Purdue. Tied up with Northwestern here. The left and the hammer from Nicholson. Back. Matt Nicholson to jump it up here with Sasha Siani. And off we go at Welsh Ryan. Jalen Leach, one of the new faces on this Northwestern team. Martinelli, who again coming off a superb week to say the least. This is the ball movement they're looking for early in the half court that his UIC team loves to run. Henderson is very quick.
His first floater off the mark. Leach 9.5 points per game so far through a couple of games. They go with alley-oop again. This time, no dunk, but check out. And Chris Collins, he said this team is not going to give you a victory tonight in UIC. This is a tough group.
Good team.
It is. Very different from a season ago. Very different from the last few years.
Good pass.
Nicholson able to finish.
26 points for Martinelli. He'll give the tie. Barry missed it on the putback. There's Nicholson.
You do not want to let Martinelli get downhill and over that right shoulder.
Martinelli got a hand on it. And up ahead, this will be an easy first bucket. Well, Matt Nicholson.